This week was packed with exciting film and TV news. God of War has found its lead actor. Black Panther 3 reveals exciting new details. And Avatar 4 has added an Oscar winner to its cast. Godzilla -1 fans can get excited about a set release date for the sequel. And animation lovers have something to get hyped about with the announcement of Hotel Transylvania 5. On top of that, Amazon has shared the first look at Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider series. There's a lot more to cover. So without further ado, let's jump right into the details. It's finally official. We have our Kratos for the God of War Amazon series. Ryan Hurst will take on the role of the Spartan. This is promising, because not only do we know him from Sons of Anarchy, the man is also deeply rooted in the God of War universe. In the game Ragnarok, he was actually the voice of Thor. Now he's switching sides, from the God of Thunder to the God of War. Showrunner Ronald D. Moore has emphasized that it won't be a one-to-one copy of the game, but the series will be heavily based on the 2018 game. The first season is expected to have 10 episodes, though the release date has not been announced yet. Nevertheless, Amazon is serious about this project. Even though filming hasn't even started, Season 2 has already been officially ordered. Ryan Hurst as Kratos? A great choice, or would you have preferred to see someone else in the role? After the massive success of Godzilla -1, it's finally official. The release date for the sequel has been set. Godzilla -0 will hit US theaters on November 6, 2026. Mastermind Takashi Yamazaki is once again taking charge of directing, screenwriting, and supervising the visual effects. He even won the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects for the previous film. And even better, the new movie will have a significantly larger budget this time around. Toho is still keeping quiet about the film's story, but rumors continue to pile up. Could the movie possibly tie in with the original 1954 classic? The time period in the storyline would certainly fit. What do you think? Will Part 2 be able to live up to the original? Finally, a sign of life from Wakanda. And it's quite something. Filming for Black Panther 3 is reportedly set to begin in London as early as June 2026. The title? Black Panther 3 Shadows of Wakanda. The plot revolves around the kingdom's growing vulnerability after the death of T'Challa. Letitia Wright will reprise the lead role as Shuri. She'll be joined by some high-profile talent. Acting legend Denzel Washington has now been officially confirmed for the cast. And at the same time, rumors about F1 star Damson Idris keep circulating. He could play an older version of T'Challa's son, though Idris himself is playing his cards close to his chest regarding the matter. According to the leaks, Black Panther 3 is scheduled to open in theaters on February 18th, 2028. After last week's calm, it was time for a whole bunch of new trailers this week. As expected, the latest Doomsday teaser centered around Wakanda and the Fantastic Four dropped on Tuesday. Your anticipation just keeps growing. We're especially excited for the final teaser, which, according to insiders, will finally show us Dr. Doom. In the KinoCheck app, you can find all the videos on the topic gathered in one place, so you won't miss a thing about the Avengers and more. Lee Cronin's The Mummy also released its first teaser, though it's more about setting the mood and doesn't really reveal much. But please note that this film should not be confused with the planned The Mummy 4 starring Brendan Fraser. Beyond that, this week was mostly about TV series. A new trailer for One Piece Season 2 leaves us wanting more, and the coming-of-age hit Euphoria is finally coming back after many years. Meanwhile, fans of Godzilla can look forward to the new season of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. There she is, the new Lara Croft. Amazon has presented the first official image of Sophie Turner in the iconic outfit. The actress takes on the leading role in the upcoming Tomb Raider series. But the cast has even more to offer. Also involved in the project are sci-fi legend Sigourney Weaver and Harry Potter star Jason Isaacs. Behind the scenes too, there are big names such as Fleabag creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Shogun director Jonathan Van Tulliken. Filming is set to begin in just a few days, but a release date for the Tomb Raider series has not been announced yet. What are your thoughts on this? Are you a fan of the look, or do you believe Sophie Turner is a poor casting choice? There's been considerable skepticism regarding her casting thus far, and this first image is likely to reignite the debate. The new Hotel Transylvania sequel is on the way. This was revealed by Murray's voice actor Keegan-Michael Key at the Golden Globes. He didn't want to disclose any further details yet, like, for example, when the film will be released. But we don't expect it to come out any earlier than 2027. Originally, Part 4 was supposed to be the end of the film series. At the time, it was heavily promoted as the final chapter, but even creator Genndy Tartakovsky has repeatedly hinted that the story of the wacky monster family is not over yet. Now be honest, are you still up for another installment of Hotel Transylvania? And what could the new adventure be about? An update on Avatar 4. James Cameron has brought an Oscar winner on board and also revealed more details about the role. We're talking about Michelle Yeoh. She'll play a Na'vi named Palak Puelat in the sequel. And not just in the next film, but also in Avatar 5. But keep in mind that these sequels are not a sure thing yet. Cameron openly admitted that the production of Fire and Ash was extremely expensive. So going forward, the team urgently needs to find ways to reduce costs. The Way of Water ended up grossing a whopping $2.3 billion US, and Fire and Ash is currently at $1.2 billion. Another setback for Sony's Spider-Verse. The planned Spider-Woman movie is reportedly dead. Insiders say the project, which was to be directed by Olivia Wilde, has been cancelled for good. After the disappointments of Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter, Sony does seem to be calling it quits. But there's also some good news. Sony is reportedly finally open to sharing more of its Spider-Verse characters directly with Marvel. So that means, instead of more solo flops from Sony, we could soon see Spider-Woman or even Miles Morales in the MCU. If it were up to you, who would be your top pick to portray Spider-Woman? And should Marvel try Sony's approach with solo movies for these characters? Or should they stick with team-ups instead? Either way, fans will likely benefit from filmmakers having more freedom to bring the right characters together. Sour news for all Marvel fans. The new Blade solo film starring Mahershala Ali has been cancelled for good, according to insider Jeff Snyder. But there is a plan B. The Daywalker is set to make his MCU live-action debut in the team-up film Midnight Suns instead, alongside Ghost Rider and Moon Knight. The new Blade most recently appeared in the animated series Marvel Zombies. But as for Midnight Suns, we'll have to wait a bit longer, probably after Avengers Secret Wars at the end of 2027. Now, the drama surrounding Blade's solo film has been dragging on for a long time. Since 2019, directors kept dropping out and scripts were repeatedly discarded. In one version, Blade was even meant to be a supporting character, taking a backseat to his daughter. So the new plans actually seem like the better choice. Unless, of course, you're on team, there's only been one Blade, and his name is Wesley Snipes. It's a hot topic online, the ice hockey series Heated Rivalry. Since its US debut in November, it's been sparking conversations everywhere. Heated Rivalry tells the story of Shane and Ilya, fierce rivals on the ice at first, but things soon develop into something more. The show quickly became a viral hit, with countless fans sharing their reactions across social media. So, needless to say, Season 2 is already a done deal. Lead actor Connor Story revealed that filming is expected to start this summer, and the new season is based on The Long Game, the second novel in Rachel Reed's book series. Have you heard of the TV series before? Or has this phenomenon passed you by somehow? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The Life is Strange Amazon series has presumably found its lead actress. According to well-connected insider Jeff Snyder, the role of Max Caulfield will go to Maisie Stella. You might know her from the TV series Nashville or the movie My Old Ass. In the game Life is Strange, Max is a photography student who can rewind time and starts investigating strange events in her hometown. Fans have high hopes. The showrunner is Charlie Koval, the creative mind behind the cult hit The End of the Fucking World. Sounds like the perfect choice to capture the emotional indie vibe of the video game. But what do you think? Does Maisie Stella look the part of Max? And who would you like to see cast as the rebellious Chloe, the second main character in the story? A release date for the Life is Strange series has not been announced yet, but we'll keep you updated as always. Tim Burton is planning his next project, and Margot Robbie will play the leading role. The cult director is working on a remake of the B-movie classic Attack on the 50-Foot Woman. In the original 1958 film, a betrayed wife turns into a giantess and avenges herself on her husband and the entire town. Burton is reportedly aiming for a darker, more serious reinterpretation of the story. The script, however, is set to come from the creators of K-pop Demon Hunters. So we're curious to see how that'll all work out. Just imagine a gigantic Margot Robbie wreaking havoc on a town, all directed in Tim Burton style. Sounds like a movie we definitely want to see. What do you think? Did we miss an important news topic? Then share it with us in the comments below. We really appreciate your support and wish you an amazing week. See you next time, your KinoCheck team. And in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. Get ready. The MCU's arguably most important mutant is reportedly getting a new standalone movie. According to insider Daniel Rickman, Marvel is working on a new Wolverine project. However, the character won't be part of the new X-Men team. He'll be going solo. The big question is, will we actually see Hugh Jackman reprise the legendary role? He's already said he'd be up for it. Or could Daphne Keane take over? Or will Marvel dare to completely reboot the mutant saga with a new face? Now, it's important to note that the Wolverine project is running parallel to the next X-Men film by Jake Schreier. Release dates for both movies are still unknown. What do you think? Does it absolutely have to be Hugh Jackman, or would it be okay for another actor to try his hand at the role? We're curious to hear your thoughts. Real horror in the Star Wars universe? According to insiders, Lucasfilm is working on a brand new series that takes the saga in a very different direction. No further information has been provided yet, but the possibilities are huge. Finally, a story that's not a classic hero's journey. This could mean, for example, deeper insights into Sith mythology, or cosmic horror in the style of Lovecraft. The horror theme is not entirely new to the franchise either. George Mann's short story collection Dark Legends already features numerous Star Wars horror tales. So what do you think? Could Star Wars work as a horror series? Or should Lucasfilm stick to the classic adventures? Jackass Forever was not the end. The chaotic crew is back with a new movie. Johnny Knoxville has just announced another Jackass installment on Instagram, and it's coming very soon. The theatrical release is scheduled for June 26, 2026. Whether the rest of the cast will return alongside Knoxville is currently unknown. In 2022, Part 4 was originally marketed as a grand farewell to the original crew. Are you excited for more pain and stunts? Or should they have left it at a proper goodbye? And would Jackass even be the same without the original team? We're curious to hear what you think. And would Jackass even be the same without the original team? We're curious to hear what you think. The thriller The Housemaid is getting a sequel. The film starring Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried has been a massive international surprise hit. The budget, $35 million US, but the current box office takings, $133 million US. Thus, distributor Lionsgate is already following up with a sequel. Part 2 is titled The Housemaid's Secret, and it's based on the second novel of the best-selling trilogy. Sydney Sweeney will definitely return in the lead role, while Amanda Seyfried has hinted that she will likely make a small cameo appearance. The story of The Housemaid 2 revolves primarily around Millie's work with a new family. Batman vs. the Winter Soldier? According to Deadline, Sebastian Stan is currently in talks for a role in the Batman 2. Insider Jeff Snyder goes into even more detail. The role is likely to be Harvey Dent, best known as Two-Face. This ties in perfectly with the rumors surrounding Scarlett Johansson, who has been linked to the character Gilda Gold, Harvey Dent's wife. And a familiar villain is also set to return. According to Variety, Barry Keoghan will reprise his role as the Joker. Robert Pattinson, Colin Farrell, Andy Serkis, and Jeffrey Wright are all already confirmed. Filming is expected to begin this spring. We'll have to be patient until we see the action unfold. The Batman 2 is currently scheduled for release on October 1st, 2027. Stephen King fans, listen up. The series adaptation of The Dark Tower is still in development. Horror expert Mike Flanagan has now given an update on the project. And his status report? Many scripts have already been completed, and the series is a top priority. Flanagan has plenty of experience with King adaptations. For example, he directed the Shining sequel Dr. Sleep and The Life of Chuck with Tom Hiddleston. After the disappointing 2017 film starring Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, Flanagan is determined to do it right this time. He describes the project as his holy grail. The original 2022 plan envisioned 5 seasons and 2 subsequent standalone movies. Whether this ambitious plan will ultimately come to fruition remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, the new adaptation is definitely coming to life, and we can expect more updates soon.